Hey guys, this is Pushan again, and today we are going to draw some grass. I usually prefer to use brush tips, but in this video I'm going to show you how you can draw grass using your basic brushes. Also, blend brush is very important when you are trying to draw environment kind of things with your basic brushes. Okay, so we will use some blend brush and some ink brushes. First, I'm going to use this hairy texture. You can use any of the texture that you prefer for your ground portion. So this is my ground portion, and I will be using 2 or 3 colors for the texture. Some light color in the middle, in the outer portion. It's totally up to you what kind of shading you want to use. There is no particular method of using the colors. Whatever feels good to you, just keep drawing. Now I'm going to make it uneven on the top portion, and I'll be adding some very light color in few of the area so that it looks real. I think I'm going to change the background color with something dark. Alright, so let's move on to the previous brush. Alright, so I have drawn the ground. Now I'm going to use any of the art brush or maybe the ink. Alright, this color looks quite nice. You see, I'm adding the grass, some here. It doesn't have to have a particular shape at first because you'll use the blend brush later on. Alright, now let's move on to the blend brush. I think I'm going to use this one, mixer bristle. Make the size smaller up to your need and keep drawing like this. Okay, about the outer portion, keep pushing them outwards so that it gets a grass texture, and keep doing that until you're happy with the results. And sometimes make few of the grass heads uneven. All the shapes should be different, and sometimes use the other color from the ground and push them inside of your grass. We will change the shading later on a bit. Sometimes you can make the size bigger or smaller up to your need. Alright, now move on to the previous brush that we have used for the grass and add a lighter tone. Add lighter tones in few of the places, but in the lower portion of your grass. Now go back to the blend brush that you were using. Now it looks more real. While using Photoshop, we can draw this kind of grass using the mixer brush, and it's a very easy process. If you do not want to use a lot of brush tips, then I think this process is really very useful. I guess you have noticed that I'm decreasing the opacity sometimes so that the smudging of the blend brush looks natural. Okay, sometimes you do not need the full smudging. Okay, so make sure that you play with your opacity when needed. Alright, so the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make the lower portion as realistic as possible. Okay, I'm trying to blend it, but not too much, because it might look very uneven. You have to make it look like as if your ground and your grass, all of them are mixed up. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is go to the ground brush again that I had used. Now I'll be selecting the color of the grass, maybe the top area color of the grass, and I'm going to draw it like this so that it looks blended. Okay, now the lighter color as well, and just add some shading, trying to make it look as real as possible. Play with the colors up to your need, and I think it looks fine. Now one more thing that you can do, you can lock the transparency. Go to your airbrush and make it overlay. Select a lighter tone, something yellowish, and you can simply add some shading. Few portion of the grass will look more saturated, more vibrant. I think looks good to you. Now let's draw the next type of grass. For that you will need some kind of ink brush, something that has a sharp edge. I think this one shall look good. Now I will be drawing on the similar layer. Okay, so start painting. For drawing grass, I think bristle brushes are really great. In this particular grass, I will not be using any blend brush, rather I will be using the opacity more often, because it's all about playing with your opacity when it comes to not blending any color. Now go to a lighter tone. Okay, now some more whitish kind of yellow in the middle. Now go to your opacity, make the opacity low, and simply color it like this. Go to this color and mix it with the inner portion. Go to this lighter tone again and mix it with the outer portion. Go to this darker tone and mix it with the inner portion. Increase your opacity again and mix the colors. Decrease the opacity, mix the colors. Okay, sorry, I forgot to draw the ground. Now I'm going to draw the ground. Go to your previous ground brush, add a darker color, lighter color, again some dark. Use any of the color from the grass and simply mix the grass with the ground. Let's draw some more grass. There you go. So these are the two ways I prefer drawing grass when I'm not using any brush tip, and I hope you understood how I did that. And if you enjoyed this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, share my videos with your friends. Have a nice day everyone. Thanks for watching.